Hi student, today 12th standard physics lesson electromagnetic induction and alternating current. So in this session we are going to single phase generator and three phase generator. So when generator is said to be a single phase generator, that is what we are going to see now, single phase AC generator. Now consider a stator core. Now see the diagram. This is nothing but stator core. Here two conducting coils. Now because of two slot, consist of two slot. This is the first slot and another one is a second slot, in which two armature of the conductor is nothing but a rectangular loop conductor. This is a rectangular loop conductor PQRS. PQ is the 1 arm of the slot and RS is nothing but another arm of the slot. So this is a PQ arm of the slot. This is RS arm of the slot. Okay. These rectangular loops are mounted to form a single turn rectangular loop PQRS. And another device we can take. This is nothing but a rotor. Rotor is a two salient poles. Rotor has a two salient poles. One is a north salient pole, another one is a south salient pole, with a field winding which can be magnetized by using DC source. DC is nothing but a direct current. Are you clear? Okay. So student, stator will have conducting two coils and the coils are connected in series. The coils are connected in series to a single circuit. So when rotor is rotated inside the stator, rotor is a rotator inside the stator, it will produce a induced EMF and it is called a single phase EMF. So students, once again listen it. The armature is nothing but coil. Rectangular loop of the coil or conductor are connected in series so as to form a single circuit which generate a single phase alternating EMF, and hence it is called a single phase EMF or alternated EMF. Okay. Now taking a rectangular loop, this is a rectangular loop is a stationary and is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. When field magnet winding are excited, a magnetic field is produced around it. The magnetic field is produced around it. This is a rotor. This is a stator. Rotor is rotated inside the stator. So the direction of magnetic field passing through the armature core, let the magnetic field magnet be rotated in clockwise direction. Now see, this is a field magnet rotated in clockwise direction. So the axis of rotation is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Plane of the paper. Okay. Now already I said induced EMF is produced when the rotor is rotated inside the stator. It will produce induced EMF. Already you studied about before class orientation of the coil. according to induced EMF, E is equal to E naught sin omega t. So this is nothing but we call it is epsilon. Sometime epsilon is nothing but a induced EMF in this lesson. So E is equal to E naught. E naught is nothing but maximum induced EMF sin omega t. Okay. Now the rectangular loop. This is a rectangular loop PQRS. The magnetic field is acting perpendicular direction. So the initial position of the magnetic field or field magnet is horizontal. Now see, this is a field magnet is horizontal. At the instant, the direction of magnetic field. So the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the rectangular loop PQRS. Now, what is induced EMF? Here, induced EMF is 0 because of the normal to the plane is acting parallel to the magnetic field. N unit vector is normal. So, what is angle? Normal to the plane of the rectangular loop and magnetic field is acting parallel to each other. So angle is 0. Angle is 0. Theta is equal to 0. Now substitute the value of induced EMF. What is omega t is nothing but theta. Theta is equal to 0. Sin 0 is equal to 0. So total induced EMF 0. When the magnetic field and a normal to the plane is acting parallel. So induced EMF is 0. Or the magnetic field and loop, rectangular loop is acting perpendicular. So induced EMF is 0. Are you clear? Okay. Now see, in graph, the graph between induced EMF and a time of the angle. So this is a simple circuit. This is a rectangular loop PQRS and the magnetic field is acting one direction. The field and rectangular loop is acting perpendicular. At the initial position of the field magnet is horizontal, is normal is acting same direction because of parallel to the magnetic field. So B is parallel to the n unit vector. What is angle 0? Now substitute the value sin omega t. Sin 0 is equal to 0. So here magnetic field and a parallel to the normal vector, normal unit vector. Here theta is equal to 0. So EMF is 0. The induced EMF is 0. This place. So when magnetic field is perpendicular to the rectangular loop is acting both are perpendicular. What are magnetic field and rectangular loop? Okay. Then now the magnetic field or field magnet rotate out in 90 degree, rotate through the angle 90 degree. Now rectangular loop and magnetic field is acting parallel but normal to the plane n unit vector. So here magnetic field is perpendicular to the normal to the plane. What is the angle? 90 degree. Now substitute induced EMF. E is equal to E naught sin omega t. Sin 90 is equal to 1. So 1 into E naught, it is maximum induced EMF. But now here is maximum induced EMF epsilon naught or E naught. So students, care has to be taken while applying this rule, Fleming right hand rule. Since they are connected in series, EMF are added up and down. The direction of total induced EMF is given by Fleming right hand rule. So the thumb finger indicate the direction of field for clockwise rotating the pole magnet, north pole of the magnet. Okay, now for the rotation of 180 degree, from the initial, this is initial, now rotating in angle 180 degree. So now magnetic field and parallel to the normal unit vector, but in opposite in direction. Magnetic field is acting in opposite in direction of normal to the plane. So what is the angle? Theta is equal to 180 degree. Now substitute the induced EMF. Sin 180 is equal to 0. So total induced EMF 0. Total induced EMF is 0. Are you clear? So students, the induced EMF becomes 0. This is represented by point B. Now again the field magnet becomes again parallel to the rectangular loop. So now see, this is a magnetic field, this one is a rectangular loop. The magnetic field is rotating 270 degree. 270 degree rotation of field magnet. The induced EMF is maximum, but the direction is reversed. Now substitute induced EMF E is equal to epsilon naught sin omega t. What is the answer? Sin 270 minus 1. So here the induced EMF, it is maximum, but a negative maximum induced EMF. So this is a minus epsilon naught. Are you clear? Okay. Then again rotating 90 degree. One completion of 360 degree. The magnetic field or field magnet come to mean position. Now magnetic field is parallel to the normal. What is the angle? Sin 360 degree, that is equal to 0. So total induced EMF 0. So induced EMF becomes 0 and is represented by the point D. From the graph, it is clear that induced EMF in rectangular loop PQRS is alternating in nature. Are you clear, children? So therefore, when the field magnet complete one revolution, is nothing but one rotation, one complete rotation, 360 degree. So here induced EMF in rectangular loop PQRS. So rotating in one cycle. So now see, this is a half cycle of rectangular loop. So 180 degree and again 180 degree. One complete rotation. So this is a induced EMF is alternating. So this is a positive of cycle, this is a negative of cycle. So one complete induced EMF. So in alternating in nature. So student, for this construction and working, the frequency of the induced EMF depends on the speed, that means velocity at which the field magnet rotates. Next, we are going to talk about three-phase AC generator. Before topic, we have discussed in the case of single-phase AC generator, very least amount of EMF is produced. That means the current value is very small. So this current we cannot transmit it to long distance. Understand students? The single phase AC generator, it produces a small amount of current. That means EMF. So that current we cannot transmit it to long distance. Okay. We need to produce more amount of EMF. It is possible to, we can use more than armature coil we are using. So some AC generator may have more than one coil in the armature coil, and each coil produces an alternating EMF. In this generator, more than one EMF is produced. These they are called a polyphase generator. So students, sometime we can take two coils, armature coil. If there are two alternating EMFs produced in a generator, it is called a two-phase generator. In another form of AC generator, there are three separate coils which would give three separate EMF. Hence, they are called three-phase AC generator. So students, three-phase AC generator, it produces large amount of power. That means three-phase alternator are widely prepared for transmitting large amount of power with less cost and a high efficiency. Are you clear? Okay. This is the three-phase AC generator. Okay. Now see the diagram. This is the construction of AC generator of three-phase. Okay. Now this is nothing but already you know that stator core. The armature coil has having 6 slots inside a stator core. Fixed a 6 slot. This is the first slot, second, third, fourth, 5 and 6. So 6 slots are cut on in inside the stator core. For each slot is 60° away from one another. Now the angle between first slot and second slot. This is a angle 60°. 6 armature conductors are mounted in this slot. So students, this conductor 1 and 4 are joined in series to form a coil 1. This is a coil 1. And the second coil, the conductor 3 and 6 form a coil number 2. This is a second coil. While the conductor of the coil 5 and 2, this slot form a third coil. So these coils are rectangular in shape and are 120° apart from one another. Say for example, the first armature of the coil and second armature of the coil between the angle 120°. Are you clear? So this angle 120°. Okay. Now it is made to rotate the field magnet. That means rotor. Rotor is nothing but rotating device. So this is a magnetic field in the direction of south to north because of inside the magnetic field lines. Okay, now this magnet it is rotating in clockwise direction. Already you know that. So field magnet it is rotating clockwise direction with a angular velocity. Okay, first of all, the initial position of the field magnet is horizontally. Now this is a initial position of the field magnet horizontally, and field direction, this is a field direction south to north. Now this field direction is perpendicular to the plane of the coil 1, is perpendicular to the plane of the coil 1. So it is seen in single phase AC generator. Already you know that. So EMF is produced at a point origin because of, you see, graphical method. Now the field magnet is rotated from that position in clockwise direction, alternating induced EMF in coil 1. This is a induced EMF is produced epsilon 1, being a cycle from origin O. Already you know that induced EMF is equal to E naught sin omega t. Sin omega t. Okay. Now, what is omega t? Theta. What is the angle between magnetic field and normal to the plane? So, normal to the plane n unit vector. So, parallel to each other. Theta is equal to 0. Sin 0 is equal to 0. So, induced EMF is 0. Already you studied in before section. Okay. Now, in this section, go to see graphical method. Now this is a first armature coil. It produced a induced EMF in alternated EMF. Okay, the corresponding cycle for alternating induced EMF in first coil it produced at origin. This is a origin O. It produced a induced EMF. The corresponding cycle for alternating EMF 2. Alternating EMF 2 at point A. Start at point A after field magnet has rotated through the 120 degree. Now see, this is a 120 degree. Therefore, the phase difference between E1 and E2. What is phase difference? So theta is equal to 120 degree. Similarly, the EMF 3 in coil, third coil, EMF the E3 in coil 3 would like the field magnet from initial position. This is initial position. So what is the angle initial position? This is the angle 240 degree. So at a point, being a cycle at a point B, it produced EMF E3 at an angle 240 degree. So field magnet from initial position. So these EMF produced in three-phase AC generator have 120 degree phase difference between 1 and 2. Say for example, now taking this is a coil 1, this is a coil 2, this is coil 3. Now what is the angle between coil 1 and 2? This is angle 120 degree, and the angle between 1 and 3, so 240 degree. Are you clear? For each two armature coil between the angle 120, that is phase difference. So student, in this type of AC generator, that is three phase AC generator, it is very important one, and using in our home. Say for example, motor, three-phase motor. So this three-phase motor, it produce large amount of current. Large amount of alternating EMF is produced. So this EMF of current transmitted to long distance. Then go to discuss advantages of three-phase AC generator. In this case, three-phase system has many advantages over single-phase system. Already you know that single-phase AC generator, it is very small amount of EMF is produced. So high cost and low efficiency. But in this case of three-phase AC generator, let us see few of advantages here. Now, first advantage of three-phase alternator, for a given dimension of the generator, three-phase machine produce high power output, and then a single phase machine. So already you know that three-phase AC generator, it produces a high current, that means alternated EMF. In single phase, very small amount of EMF is produced. In second advantages, for the same capacity, three-phase alternator is smaller in size when compared to single AC generator, single phase AC generator. Third advantages, three-phase transmission system is cheaper, relatively thinner wire is sufficient for transmission of three-phase power. So student, three-phase AC generator produce a large amount of EMF. This EMF easily transmitted to long distance. Okay. Then today evaluation. Answer this question. Explain the working of a single phase AC generator with the necessary diagram. Second question. How are the three phase AC generator is different EMF generated in three phase AC generator? So the graphical representatives of these three EMF. And third question, write down the advantages of three phase alternator.